recording already?
Recording already.
Oh.
What is up, guys? Fahan here, and today on this video podcast, I am honored to have a very famous celebrity on the line, Juvena, aka the Wandering Wasp. So basically, she's very well known in Singapore. In 2015, she traveled for 27 months from Singapore to Czech Republic, covering 44,000 kilometers, 25 countries in her Vespa scooter. Her trip is well documented on social media like Facebook, blog, and Instagram. So be sure to check those out. Anyway, Juvena, how are you, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm good. It's been like more than a year since we last met.
I think 2 years.
Mid 2018, so it's 1.5 years to be exact.
How are you doing on this partial circuit breaker lockdown?
Okay, like that. I mean, just have to adapt lah. Just like when I was traveling, I had to adapt to different situations, and then now being cooped up at home, I have to adapt to a new normal.
Yeah, same here. I mean, all of us are stuck at home, nothing to do. That's why I'm doing this video podcast with you. Thank you so much for agreeing to be part of this. Not easy to find people. Speaking of social media, right? In the process of your travels, you have amassed 68,000 followers on Facebook. So do you actually expect to get a huge following on social media?
Actually, I didn't expect to get such a huge following. Because mainly the point of setting up a social media page and a blog was to document my journeys and also to keep my friends and family updated about where I am. And I think, looking back, I'm glad that I managed to post all these things, because if not, you have forgotten all these little stories and incidents. Yeah, and actually the page didn't manage to gather such a huge following until I think a few viral videos that I made, and even more so when Dear Arlene featured my journey.
Correct.
Then after that, there was like a huge increase. Yeah, so this was a few things that happened that propelled the Facebook page to 68,000 followers. But I didn't really expect that.
To me, that's amazing. I mean, how many years it took you to get the huge following?
Okay, actually, I started my blog, right, back in 2013. That time I was writing some blog posts about my trip to Thailand.
Yeah.
And I make some videos. That was 2013. Then 2014, I created the Facebook page. That was 1 year before I set off for my journey. So I was thinking, okay, set out a page, figure out, give myself some time on how to figure out, navigating around running a page. Then before I set off for my trip, I think Today Online did an article about my trip. Okay, so that helped me gain a few followings. The time was, I think, in the thousands. Then during my trip, okay, I was still like updating things like that whenever I get internet. And then when I got into, I think, Turkey, I decided to compile one video that features all my clothes shaved, like almost.
Yeah, I saw that. The bus especially, yeah.
People, cursing and swearing at vehicles.
Yeah.
So that video went viral. There was I think 5,000 shares.
It was on Today, Today the newspaper lah. I think that's why it gained a huge following.
Today paper also did one video. I was in Georgia. That also was quite a hit. And then when I came back to Singapore, just for the presentation at the Singapore Bike Show, I actually made a 1-minute video. I compiled a lot of clips from those 2 years of travel, and that video really went viral. There was like, I think, almost 1.9 million views and 28,000 shares. And wow, then when I shared this video in other platforms, I think it caught the attention of Dear Arlene. Singapore, and she's like, "Hey, I want to make a video of you," and I said like, "Okay." And so that time we just shot everything in one day. I gave her some footage from my trip, and then yeah, the video was also very well received. And so that's how I managed to get 68,000 followers lah.
Uh,
YouTube, I kind of neglected my YouTube channel though, because
yeah.
honestly speaking, on the road, I mean now I've learned it's not easy to be making videos and traveling at the same time. Because you know I every day I have to worry about where I'm going to sleep, where I'm going to, what I'm going to eat, get my food and everything, and have to settle logistics, have to sometimes settle visa. Uh,
Uh,
and then also, in some countries, you don't really get Wi-Fi very easily. I had to rely on mobile data a lot. And of course, mobile data, I cannot use it to upload videos all the time. It's going to be very expensive. So I didn't really update much for videos during my journey. So it was like when I come back and then I have this time and I have like a computer and all to collate everything and make some videos, and that was when I managed to make some viral videos. But I think I've also managed to learn some tips from other travelers on how to manage it. Of course, if you're going to like make videos, you have to take into consideration the cost whereby you have to stay in one place to make videos. So that time the 3 minute, it also the actually the 2 minute video that I made during my trip, that took me like 2 days to make.
oh,
I have to think about the accommodation, those 2 days that I spent.
yeah,
So during the trip for me is that I didn't really put in much focus on making videos because you know I had to spend money on accommodation uh,
uh,
to work on videos. But I think if you want to like be able to monetize your channel, I think you need to draw a balance. Yeah, there
yeah,
some
definitely.
investment in order to get the output.
It's true lah. I mean, anyway, for me, like, I'm a so-called minor YouTuber, a small one.
Uh,
I also recorded my trip to Thailand. I went for 1 month to Thailand and Laos with my friend.
Awesome.
I never really do anything editing much also. Only when I came back to Singapore, then after that I edit the videos accordingly lah.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I also didn't expect to gain a huge following also.
Yeah, and also
uh,
I think, a bit dangerous. If you keep all the videos in one place, and then what if
uh,
during the trip your laptop break down or your hard disk break down? Then you lose all your
oh,
footage.
that one I don't know lah. Cross fingers oh.
Yeah, I was very lucky that that didn't happen to me during the trip. It happened when I came back during the trip. My hard disk actually broke down. So
Ah,
actually, I lost some footage, like especially my Myanmar footage. But thankfully, I had a backup in my Swiss friends, the NAS storage, the network attached storage. Yeah, so it's like a physical storage at your home. You can access it from anywhere in the world. Like as long as you get internet, you can back up all your things over there.
it's like cloud ah.
It's like a cloud, but a physical cloud at your home. So actually, when I came back to Singapore, I spent like almost $2,000 to invest on one of this. Uh,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, you have to think about things because when you are traveling, you want to make videos. You cannot be carrying all this hard disk. You lose if you get in an accident, everything destroyed. That's it. Everything is destroyed. So you need to have a backup somewhere, and then that's when when I learned about this NAS storage system from my friend, and then I decided to invest in one lah. So I'm using it to store all my old footages. I'm still sorting them out because some of the dates, everything are all jumbled up. I had like a total of 20,000 photos and videos from those 2 years on the road. So it's
Wow, wow, that's crazy, man.
a lot.
That's crazy. But that's a nice tip, using NAS storage. Maybe I'll consider also.
Yeah, especially when you're going on a long trip. You
Mm.
know, you're not coming back anytime soon. You need to back up your files safely. Laptop stolen, bike stolen, everything gone.
Yeah lah. I mean, you cannot expect that lah. But then, I don't know. For me, I just go with the flow and hope for the best lah. But so far, thank God, none of this really happened to me lah.
Uh, If you keep thinking, what if you never leave?
Moving on, I have this question I want to ask is actually from a friend. It's from my friend Zah. He actually rode a Vespa. And then at that time, he explained to me whereby the Canet is much more expensive for a Vespa compared to a bigger CC bike. But I think recently you said it's different now, right?
Yeah, okay. First, the thing is you need to compare the rates at that time and compare the rates now. If you compare the rates now, of course, that time what I paid was much higher than now. Last time it was based on the engine capacity of bike. So
Uh-huh.
if I were to go to with a motorcycle with less than 400 cc, I had to put a $5,000 deposit. And if I go to countries like India, Pakistan, and Egypt, and so there's a list of countries. If you go to this country, the carnet deposit will be double. So I had to put down a 10K deposit for
Oh,
the carnet. And that
that's
was like a huge chunk of my travel budget. It was unprecedented. I didn't expect that. Because many years ago, back in 2008, when my friend went for his trip, the carnet deposit was based on the vehicle value and not.
ah,
So that time he paid 10K for a Honda African Twin. And
that's
then
big.
in 2015, I paid 10K, same amount, for a Vespa. That's like I bought for only $2,000 back in 2007. Yeah, which I think was a bit ridiculous. And I did
Yeah,
right,
it is.
but unfortunately, they will not be able to concede to my request to reduce the
Mm,
amount. Because actually, this deposit amount, right, is not determined by Automobile Association of Singapore. It's determined
mm.
by LTA.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think when I came back, they actually revised this scheme. So now it's 5,000 fixed for all vehicles, regardless of what kind of motorcycle it is. So if I were to go on a motorcycle above 400 cc, right, the
yeah.
deposit is actually 15,000. And then
Mm-hmm.
if I go to countries like India, Pakistan, Iran, it's going to be double. I got to put down 30,000.
What?
I don't have to
That's
go.
crazy. You can buy a car, man.
Yes, yes. But I mean, you can get the deposit back lah. But
Yeah, I know, but still, in the initial stage
now
of
it's so
paying it,
hard.
it's heart pain.
Yeah. When I found out that I had to put down 10,000, I was like, yes, I can push back my trip, work and save a bit longer. But I was like, screw it. I'll just go ahead and just manage with
Just,
whatever funds I
just
have.
go lah.
Just go.
Speaking of LTA, right? It says your bike is in Czech Republic, right? You know, motorcycles in Singapore have to go for inspection every single year. I'm sure LTA waive it out for you, but how long are they willing to waive it out for you? You know?
Okay. So far, I deferred my inspection twice.
Ah,
So the first time I wrote to LTA, I say at that time I was in Iran, and at that time I also need to renew my carnet de passage. So I
mm,
wrote into LTA. I say that right now I'm in Iran. I know it's due for inspection, so I'm traveling with this scooter. I can't possibly ship it back for inspection. So they tell me to write a letter of undertaking. So I had to type a letter saying what I'm doing and that I promise to keep my motorcycle in a roadworthy condition. And as soon as I bring the bike back, I will send it for inspection. So that is what I have to include in the letter of undertaking. So with that, so I did that twice lah for the two inspection deferment.
I think you mentioned in your blog, it'll be much better if you get a Malaysian registered motorcycle to go for a very long trip, because all of this inspection is linked to the road tax and
Okay,
the COE also. Yeah.
because actually in Singapore it's not cheap to own a vehicle. There's
Yeah,
a lot of red tape involved because the government try to control the number of vehicles. But the thing is, when you travel, all this doesn't apply because you are not in Singapore. And yeah, I mean not just to get Malaysian bike, like wherever, whichever country where it is very easy to register a bike as a foreigner, where there is not much all this cost like COE and all this,
yes,
or
correct.
the need to do for inspection every year. where the rules regulation are more lax, then get a motorcycle from there and start from wherever you are. So I know like a couple last October, they went to USA to buy two CB, I think 700 or 500, yeah, brand new bikes
Uh-huh.
for like I think 13,000 or something like that, and then they just rode there. Oh,
Then and destination they just sell.
yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, they didn't continue. They
Oh.
decided to not continue the travel when they reached Colombia because they realized that long term traveling is not for them. So yeah, this kind of long term traveling is not for everybody.
Yeah, definitely lah. I mean,
The life, some people will hate it. Some people prefer a life of routine. Some people just don't like routine. It's really personal preference.
so moving on. So while most overlanders would somewhat achieve the same stats of yourself, like 44 clicks, 35 countries and all that. You, however, took a longer time than most people I know lah, basically, because you will spend certain months in certain countries. Like I think you spent 4 months in Pakistan
Yeah.
and 3 months in Iran. For me, that sets the difference apart from you and other overlanders, because you are basically there and you experience the culture, interact with people. Was it always your intention to stop by, or was it was it, you have a mindset where you want to binge through or what?
Okay, because for me, I left my job to travel, right? So I don't really have a deadline that I don't have a need to come back. So when I left Singapore in 2015, I was prepared to go on a really open-ended journey. And I wasn't even sure that, you know, I was like, what come may lah. If I come back, I come back. Who knows? My mom even teased me and say, who knows, during your trip, you find one guy, then you marry already, then you settle down there, then you not back to Singapore.
Wow.
So I was like leaving my options open. So whatever opportunity that comes, whatever that comes, that comes. So I wasn't really restricted by a timeline, and I didn't really say like plan or must be here by when. So
Mm.
actually, my schedule is kind of like determined by my visa. Yeah. So before I left Singapore, so I had like a few things fixed. I've already signed up for the Myanmar crossing because Myanmar you need to follow a tour guide.
Yeah, correct.
To be at Myanmar border by a certain time. Then I also registered for my yoga teacher training course, so I need to be in North India by July. Then also my Pakistan visa, the validity is ending in October, so I need to enter Pakistan before that. So in Pakistan, actually, I was like kind of not bounded by any schedule already. So I end up I like Pakistan quite a lot, so I decided to extend my visa for another 3 more months. Then in the end, I end up staying in Pakistan for 4.5 months because I
Wow.
really enjoyed the country. So in Pakistan, I applied visa for Iran. Again,
Mm.
Iran also I happen to enjoy the country. Instead of staying 1 month, I stay in end up 3 months. And then because my scooter was down, I extended a little bit more than 3 months.
Ah.
A tourist can stay is 3 months, but I
Oh,
managed to
that's the maximum. three
yeah.
months.
Yeah, I have to go down to the office, visa office, go down with a
Just to
Iranian.
get it extended.
Just get it extended. Like I say, hey police, my
Help
scooter,
me, help me.
I need some time to get to Armenia border, blah blah blah. So I have to. Then they
uh,
were understanding, and then they give me a extension for another 2 weeks, which gives me enough time to leave the country. So yes, there's all these rules set in lines, but sometimes you can ask for the exception. You see, so don't have to always like be so confounded. Like I have to complete my trip in 1 year because I need to come back for inspection. The scope of your trip will be so limited. Sometimes
mm.
don't be afraid to ask, like, can I do this? Can I do that? Like, can I extend my visa a little bit more, although it's expiring? So just ask, you never know, they can be understanding and just give you your request. Yeah.
I think as travelers, like when you are in a foreign land, you are scared lah to do certain things. Like even ask the same question also, like you fear that there'll be boundaries lah, especially for tourists, right? Mm.
Yes, there will definitely be. So yes, I mean you try to respect the law over there lah.
Mm. Yeah, correct. I mean, that's what we're going for. Right?
Yeah, but also, but sometimes there are some circumstances which is not in. It's not that you purposely want to break the law. Like for example, my scooter breakdown, I cannot leave the country in time. So what they want me to do? So you explain the situation to them all, and then they are understanding. Then they extend all.
Okay, so I'm sure you've heard the stories like warnings from other people not to go into certain countries, telling you not to go there due to certain hostilities and stereotypes that the media has portrayed. So before embarking on your journey, right, do you have an open mind or do you still hold on to those advices but you proceed with caution?
Okay, the first thing is I do not want to give people a sense of false security because I wouldn't say that whatever you read on the media is false. Yes, some of the things really did happen, but they are not the.
Not as extreme as you will picture it to be.
Yeah, it's not like everybody is a terrorist or everybody is going to be. It's not, okay? It's not. There are multiple facets to a country. There are so many sides to a country. You cannot just paint a diverse country with a single paintbrush. And sometimes media, of course, they have their agenda. They only show you the side they want you to see. The other side, they don't talk about it because they have this goal of, letting you believe certain things. But they don't say other things, but there are other things like people are actually the rest of the population are just like you and me, normal people. They don't want any trouble. Get on with their lives. But I would say that before, like there is this quote that I really like from Rumi, this Persian poet. He said, before setting off on a journey, never seek advice from those who never left their home.
Ah, wow, that is a nice quote.
Okay, so I encountered it myself before I left for my trip. A lot of naysayers, they say, hey, it's too dangerous to go on your own as a woman and on the scooter, it's going to be dangerous. They mean well, concerned. They don't want you to come into harm's way. Okay, but these people they have never done such trip. They only know what they know from not from personal experience, but from what people say, what media say, what is on the TV and all. Whereas, like I was very fortunate to be in touch with people who have done similar trips. Like for example, Go and Samantha, the first couple to really travel around the world on their honeymoon twin. Yeah, I managed. I know them before I set off, and they were very very encouraging. So and they hosted many other overland travelers when they were passing by Singapore, and I talked to them. All the overlanders, they are always encouraging. I never heard a person who have done such a trip, right, who discourage another from going. I never heard about that before.
It's true.
Yeah, so speak to those people who we have done it before and not from people who never done it before. Not just for traveling, but I think also like if you want to do anything, you want to start your own business, you want to venture into something new, talk to people who has the experience rather than those who have never done it. Because they'll definitely tell you, no, they don't do it because they have their fears. And don't let others impose fears on you. The limitations are the ones that you set on yourself.
Very, very awesome advice. I'm trying to absorb it all in. So it's true, I guess, on what you say. Those who usually are negative are the ones who have never done it before. And those who have basically have experienced it, maybe they can give you a bit of advice and everything. So amazingly, you rode through the mountainous roads. I see the videos. And then I actually went to Mae Hong Son in Thailand with my bike. I'm riding a 150cc bike, by the way. And I don't know about you, but my bike actually struggled when going uphill. Then I'm sure your Vespa struggled too. Especially since the road are not even roads. So what was it like when you like made it to the top? I mean, you made it to 18,000 feet, and then we just like, you have any like second thoughts whereby, damn, I think my Vespa cannot make it or anything? Were there like any thoughts of that coming through your mind?
Okay, the part when I rode to 18,000 feet, right?
I forget where is that.
Kadungla in India.
The highest drivable road in the world, right?
Yes. actually, even before going there, I have people also telling me that my Vespa will not survive. Take it with a pinch of salt lah, because again, for my motto is if you never try, you'll never know.
I
Yes,
see.
I was really scared. I mean, don't even talk about the 18,000 meters road lah.
Yeah.
Going to slope road called Manali Leh Highway.
Okay.
I was because I wanted to do this road after watching Bollywood movies, because I was like, wow, I watched the road was featured in this movie called Jab We Met and the Three Idiots. And then
Oh, the one with the nice background, right? The
Huh?
one with nice scenery, right? Is it the mountainous scenery?
Yeah, I have a lot of photo with nice scenery. Yeah, I know
I
one,
forget lah.
but it's not this photo. This is in Pakistan.
Yeah, what I know.
Another one. And then when I researched about this area, right, I found out that it's also known as a biker's paradise, and a lot of bikers, especially the local Indian bikers, they like to ride there. It's like a pilgrimage lah for bikers in India.
I see.
Since I was planning for my round the world trip, then I told myself that okay, I have to
Go
visit
there.
on my scooter. And so I did, and before I left, I have also this guy was like telling me that my scooter will not survive, and he actually has been onto the road a few months before I went. But he went on a Royal Enfield. He rented a Royal Enfield, and he said it was like the weather was very bad, road was washed off, water level was very high, and he said that because he himself is also a Vespa rider, he said that my scooter will not make it. But I told him, I say, if I never try, I never know lah. I mean, yes, I thank him for his advice.
Advice.
But I don't want to just dismiss this plan, this huge idea of mine, just because somebody said that it's too dangerous. And I read also on internet, actually there are people who have been there on a scooter. So when I went there, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Water level was not that high. Probably because I went there in a few months later, which was a drier season. But it was
I see.
one thing is, yes, you have limitation with your weapons, but you can pick your battle. Right? Pick the battle.
I love your quotes, man. I love your quotes.
Yes, I managed to ride that road. I went up to Leh. And then when I was in Leh, I met this other biker who's a tour guide. Then he was like, hey, why not go up to the highest road in the world? And then I followed him. Then on the way up, oh my goodness, it was horrible weather. It was very cloudy. Roads were very icy. So it was really slick. So even if you walk, you can slip there, let alone ride a bike. So on the way, I actually fell down 4 times. Yeah, and because it was like 5,000 meters high, right? And then every time you pick up the scooter, you're like out of breath. So
is it because of the oxygen level?
Yeah, oxygen level is. But when I made it up to the top, right, and then I saw people were like celebrating. Wow, I broke down and cried because I was so tired. Then I was like, how am I going to come down? Coming down is even more tricky. The traffic there was held up because there were army trucks coming up. So they kind of blocked the entire road. So I was like trying to squeeze my scooter. Then at one point I was like resting. I was like, I don't know how to continue. It's like so slippery. And then your brakes doesn't work because there's ice.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, then I was like taking a break because I was like still trying to recover from, having to deal with this road. By the time my friend already left, my friend already went over the other side. So I had to come back.
He went to another route.
Yeah, he continued straight. I had to U-turn back.
Okay.
I'm not going the other place, so I U-turn back. So I had to be alone. Then I just stopped halfway, and then there was this guy. He like saw me and my scooter, and I think there was a bit of miscommunication. I thought he wanted to try my scooter. Then I said, okay, you try, you just ride around. Then I waited. He didn't come back.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh my god, he took my scooter away.
I was like, shit, man, I shouldn't have been too trusting. After that, right, I walk down. I don't see him. I try to look. Then after that, I met a group of bikers. Then them what happened. I said, do you see a guy coming down with my scooter? He said, yeah. He went all the way down. Then they offered to give me a lift going back down to the base. So in the end, I saw him at the coffee shop. Yeah, so he rode my scooter all the way down.
Oh, he rode for you lah.
Ah,
He could have brought you, he could have pillion him, yeah.
well, I think it's very difficult to pillion because it's so slippery.
I see.
So at that time, I thought, oh, this guy is living with my scooter. But in the end, actually, he helped me ride down. Very kind of him. Then he has friends who were stuck in the jam up there, so he waited at the coffee shop for them to come down.
Oh.
Interestingly, last year, he messaged me on a video of my presentation. Hey, do you remember me? I was the one who wrote down your scooter. And I was like, oh!
Can you speak English?
Huh?
Can you
Yes, speak English. Yeah.
But at that point of time, you had trouble communicating with him lah.
I think maybe we speak English, but maybe the message wasn't clear.
And I guess you're very tired.
I was very tired. Maybe, the lack of oxygen. I just can't decipher whatever he's trying to say lah. So I think he wanted to help me ride the bike down. I thought he just wanted a test ride.
Yeah, really trusting. Oh my gosh.
But anyway, yeah, at that time there was a lot of people. So I was like, didn't give it much thought lah, and I was quite tired. Yeah. But yeah, it was very funny. Yeah.
Moving on. Okay, speaking of people helping you, right? During your trip, a lot of people actually went out on their way to help you, like fixing your bike for free, providing accommodations and free food. Initially, before the trip, right, do you expect people to actually help you?
I would expect yes, because people who have traveled, like my shifu, the one who traveled, he did share with his experience. But it was the help that was extended to me was much, much more than I've expected. I didn't expect like not having to worry about accommodation in some countries.
And like Pakistan, for example, like, oh my gosh, they even refuse your payment.
Yeah, for the first time I was chased out of a shop for wanting to pay for something.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my gosh. They're so friendly towards tourists over there.
I think also, in Islam, like when you encounter a musafir, you treat them well, and they really uphold that code,
value.
That value. Yeah, so also because I come in as a traveler and they say it's in their culture. And also very interestingly, like they also told me that it is a habit since the time when the Silk Road was around, because Pakistan was a point whereby a lot of traders pass by, right?
Yes, correct.
They always meet travelers and traders, so it's open their place too. So it has been a culture since those times.
Oh.
This is what I was told. Yeah. And also what I also read, and also what people have explained to me is there's this code of conduct called the Pashtunwali. The Pashtun, they are an ethnic group from Afghanistan and also the west of Pakistan. So they have a few. There's a unwritten code of honor that's passed down through generations. So one of them is hospitality. They have to really offer their help to travelers. Okay, even if the traveler is your enemy.
Oh, I see.
Forgiveness, and they ask for your help. You have to offer them your help. There's one particular movie, I can't remember.
Bollywood movie.
It's a war movie that happened in Afghanistan. So there's this US soldier that was being attacked. And then the local guy took him into his home, even though, if he will get into trouble for taking him in. But then when they asked him, like, why did you do that? Why did you save this guy's life? They say that because of this code lah. Yeah, he came to seek refuge at my home. I had to offer him. When there was one guy who wanted to slaughter two goats for me, it was
Yeah, I read that. I read that.
Oh, no, I'm a
But you
vegetarian.
are really vegetarian, or do you make up an excuse? Don't want me asking, lah.
Actually, before I left the trip, I was a vegetarian. But during the trip, because that time I had some like I wasn't eating very well, so I took up a bit of like fish as well. So now I'm like pescatarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I
But I don't
see.
eat like those land animals. Like I don't take them.
Okay. Next question is how do you handle homesickness? Do you feel homesick during your trip? Like, do you miss your family, especially when you get in touch with them on the phone?
Honestly speaking, right, the
Uh,
only one time that I really like cried, right, there's only one time that I actually cried.
one time only.
Only one time. I think that I'm not very attached to things. I can just let go.
I see. I see. I see.
I know some people they will get very homesick, they will miss
Yeah.
home food and everything, but I don't
Wow.
really get homesickness. But one thing I really do miss is the diversity of food in Singapore.
Hmm.
Like there are so many different type of food. But in some countries, the food, their street food is quite stagnant. It's like the same old thing everywhere.
Is it because the particular region is only populated of a particular race?
They
Is
are
it
not so like Singapore, very
diverse?
cosmopolitan, very diverse.
Hmm.
Yeah, for some of them, some countries the population is quite homogeneous. We don't really see cuisines of other countries. Yeah, but other than that, actually, what the world has out there is more enticing than what I have at home. So I don't really miss home. And in fact, actually, I start to question what home is, because I wonder like if home is it a state of mind or is it a geographical point? But for me, home is more like a state of mind. Is where you feel you are comfortable and you are happy. I think that is home, and not say like a place. So
Don't you
my
think?
the state when I was traveling is I was very free and happy. So that was I think home for me rather than being stuck here. In fact, I think I had a bigger problem coming back home rather than leaving home. Yeah. I
So are you
think
thinking? Are you thinking like becoming a nomad or something?
actually yes, honestly speaking.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Well, I just need to make this thinking how to make this sustainable.
I think. I mean, it's
I came back,
possible.
I feel like I don't belong here. I don't know, just a feeling like I just don't belong. Really. I don't really belong anywhere, or I belong everywhere.
You're a world citizen, ah.
Because after all these experience, right, you have friends all, and sometimes you go through really difficult situation with some of the people you've met. So your relationship with people, right, is based on mutuality, right, on a common path. So when I left Singapore, I kind of split away and then form commonality with other people in different countries.
Mm.
Then when I come back, right, it's like I sometimes feel a bit of disconnected with what's happening here. Like the third world problem just no first world problem just doesn't,
Just disappear, like it doesn't apply to you anymore because you've seen how hard people live right over there.
all the alternatives you see like that people
Uh,
live. It doesn't always have to be this way. But when we live in one place, we are brought up, oh, this is the right way, this should be the way. And we are so fixated of doing things a certain way that we think this is the right way. But then you go to other country and see other culture, hey, actually, it doesn't have to be this way, it can be other way. Like for example, the idea of money.
yeah.
Because we are living in a monetized world where
Yes. Correct.
we go by money. But in some of the places, the rural area, no, what is money? They grow their own food. The water they get from the river, they got enough to eat. Okay, they got have roof over their head. They don't have to spend money. They get their resources from the surroundings. What is money to them?
So, don't mind me asking, in that process, do you so-called have found yourself?
No, I think finding yourself is a continuous process because a human is not stagnant. You grow, not just grow physically,
But emotionally, mentally?
mentally, emotionally, psychologically. So to find yourself, I wouldn't say that I've truly found myself. I'm still finding myself. Yeah.
I think maybe your level is up a bit lah because of what you have experienced during your trip, right?
Not say what level up, but like I don't really like to stick labels to myself already.
I
Like
see, I see.
Singaporean, my identity as a
You're a
even
world citizen.
we are man-made or your ethnicity.
Yeah, you're a world citizen then.
I'll just say I'm a human lah, just a human being on earth.
Moving on. Was there any situations whereby you felt uncomfortable and that you quickly needed to get away from any like dangerous situations?
Not exactly dangerous, but annoying.
Annoying, mostly annoying.
Like
Right?
like
How do you describe that?
okay, that time my scooter was stuck in the mud. I got some
Mm.
guys to help me out. So because I was trying to pull out the scooter right from the mud, I
Yeah.
removed all the luggage. So they helped me take out the scooter already. Then after I put back the luggage. Then one of them came back and then he gestured this to me.
Okay, I think I know.
Then after that I was like, no, I said, Barry Isfahan. I said I'm going Isfahan. I said my friend there
Where
or
was
something.
that again?
Iran.
Iran. Oh yeah, I think you got tell that story before. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I forget what
I
country
was,
is it.
I was a bit shocked lah. I mean, Iran, I think I like that country. I think people are very friendly, but
Mm.
you have to learn to distinguish
Good
genuine
and bad.
friendliness and unwanted advances. Because
Mm.
some of them they have ulterior motive lah. And also, I think because of perception of women, I think I wouldn't say all of them. Some of
Mhm.
them are because I think in some area, especially in the more conservative area, women are normally not seen unaccompanied by men in the outside. So the perception that a woman who is traveling alone must be an easy woman. Yeah, this kind of mindset lah.
I think they watch too much in movies.
Yeah, and I think like the perception of like foreigners is also formed by media, and
Mm.
like okay, just I will just I don't want to put up have no filter. Like for example, pornography. Like maybe what malls or foreigners, right, or Japan. So they think that all these foreigners they are very easy. You can ask them for sex. We watch media. Oh, we think that all these people are terrorists. So all of them are terrorists, are horrible people. Just like for them, they watch porn, then they think that all the foreigners or angmoh are easy.
Yeah, correct.
So this is what the local Iranian friend told me lah. So he gave me one very advice. I thought he was a bit crude on his people. He said
Uh-huh.
that see, be careful. If you are a foreign guy, people will think you are a spy. If you are a foreign woman, people will think you are a porn star. That was a bit harsh.
Oh my gosh.
This was the thing he told me. But I feel that he's a bit harsh, but not totally untrue. Because I did encounter people who asked me for sex. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, um, I don't know what to say lah. I basically have no comment because I myself am surprised because I thought Iran was supposed to be, a Muslim country, and these kind of things whereby is very conservative lah.
You'll be surprised. Iran actually, before 1979,
Before the Cultural Revolution, right?
yes, before Iranian Revolution, they're actually quite a liberal society. So people, they still held on to the previous lifestyle part of them. Actually, in Iran, I drank a lot of alcohol.
Oh
People
my.
make their own alcohol at home.
What? Really?
Really, they can't get alcohol in the store,
In the
but a
streets?
lot of them make the alcohol, and alcoholism is actually a problem there. But it is an unspoken problem because alcohol is supposed to be banned there. See,
So
even
they make their own
they have
moonshine.
yeah, they make I drank a lot of moonshine there. It's good. And,
What?
and also Iran, yes, although yes, it's a considered Islamic republic, but
Mm.
there are also people with other religions. I met some people who are
Oh, really?
Zoroastrian. Zoroastrian is one of a very is an ancient religion. They are Christian as well. So I see some ladies they wear cross.
Mm.
So not everybody is Iran is a Muslim. And yes, you have to differentiate, you know, the government and the people, they are different. Yes, the government, they impose all these rules, like ban alcohol, they impose, you know, wearing of the headscarf for everybody. But behind a closed door is a very different story. In a private homes is very different. So when I enter the homes of a lot of place, actually a lot of women, they disagree with the mandatory headscarf. Say
Mm.
that it should not be forced on people. It should be a choice. Yeah, and I think, you know, you shouldn't shove down, like, because religion is a very personal expression
Yeah.
of spirituality, right? I think
But
you
it's also sensitive at the same time.
yes, I think you shouldn't force it down people. Yeah. So that is the sentiments of a lot of people. Some of them, they are Muslims, but they disagree
Mm.
with mandatory because they think it should be a choice and not forced.
Yeah, lah, I mean, for most of us, it's between us and God. What? It's not really. It's not really. I don't know lah. No, I have no comment on this lah. I mean, I fear that I may offend some people lah.
Mhm. Yeah, but this is what some of
uh,
the people told
yeah,
me.
correct. I'm surprised actually when you mentioned that. Quite eye opening.
Yeah, in even like in Iran, I do hear some Islamophobic comments also from the Iranians themselves.
Mm.
Because actually, I think their unhappiness is being directed at the government, but instead somehow it's being directed to the religion as well.
Because I guess if you force it down their throats, right,
Yeah,
they're
that's why.
going to resist even more lah.
Mm, that's why the more you force someone, the more they're gonna hate it. Really.
Moving on, this question actually came. I think we're going to end soon. This question came from my friend. How to start riding at the same time keep a job? Is there any way to it?
I think there's okay for me. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yes.
Okay, but when I was volunteering in the hostel for free accommodation, so you can tap on the skills that you yeah, like for you, you say you do video editing, and there are web portals like, for example, Upwork, Freelancer. You can do jobs all the way from translating to helping people, some businesses to manage their social media account, okay, or to produce content for companies for their websites. So these are jobs that you can work remotely.
Mm.
So I managed to get a free accommodation through Workaway. Okay,
Mm.
in this website you can find places to volunteer for free accommodation or even free food. So I work as a receptionist in
Mm.
exchange for free food. I know free stay,
Free accommodations.
free accommodation. And over there, when I only had to work like 28 hours a week.
Mm.
Okay, so other than that, I have like free time. And there are other volunteers who are also digital nomads. Some of them are designers, so they design like labels for products. And some of them they teach English online. So if they have the TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language certificate, they can sign up to be an English teacher. So they have like one-to-one class with people who wants to learn English. So these are some of the jobs that you can explore. At the same time, you know, you get free accommodation while volunteering at a hostel. But most importantly, you need to have internet connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or alternatively is you go and find odd jobs along the way.
Mm.
But of course, you have to be careful because some countries they have very strict rules
Regulation.
on like work visa. You cannot work illegally over there. If you want to work, you need a proper permit.
I guess when traveling for a long time, right, there needs to be a mindset whereby you can just pick up work along the way lah. You don't really need to save a lot of money in the initial stage, and then after that burn it all through. Mm.
Okay. I would say that yes, you need. I think you still need to save some to get by
Mm.
to start off because the initial starting cost is going to be like high lah. Because like let's say you want to get a new bike, you need to service your bike, you need to get visa, you need to get all these documents, you need to get a vaccination. So the startup cost is still there. I don't deny it. But I think subsequently, yes, you have to be prudent on like your spending when you're traveling. For example, I don't really uh, stay in hotels or whatsoever.
Yeah.
Or 5 star, because the thing is people have this misconception. Wow, you go for a long trip, that is a long holiday. You must be damn rich.
No, 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 no.
How we eat, or sometimes how we have to put up with some shitty accommodation,
Yes.
or end up staying camping while camping in the wilderness
Mm.
with no running water.
Uh, so
Yeah,
people have this the line is blurred lah between people have this conception whereby traveling is like holiday. No, it's different. That's why they call it traveling as opposed to a holiday. I mean, a holiday is meant
uh,
for you to relax and wind down. But I think traveling is the one whereby you actually seek out adventures. Yeah.
yeah. It's also, it depends on what's your purpose of you going on,
Mm,
right? Some people they are want to learn more about the world.
mm.
People they just want to be have it like as a very introspective moment. Like they want to probably like discover themselves or just be by themselves. Okay, and then some people just want to just challenge themselves, push themselves to a certain limit or boundaries.
And for
So
you, what's your purpose?
I would say that my purpose was I was very curious about the world. It wasn't so much of a push factor from home. It's more of like a pull factor from the world.
Mm.
That's why I end up taking so long because I didn't have a timeline, so I just take my own sweet time lah. If I like a place, if I find a place that's interesting, then I'll stay a bit longer. If I happen to know some really cool people, and yeah, sometimes the people you meet can really teach you a lot. They share with you so much things. They share with you different perspective of their lives, what they think of a particular thing, which is very interesting. That's why they say yeah, traveling broaden your horizons. One thing is because you experience the different lives of people.
So I'm gonna wrap up this video podcast, but want to know one last question for you. We all want to know this. Like once the COVID-19 situation is over, where will the second leg start, and where are you heading to? And most importantly, are you planning to vlog the trip?
I need to what?
Are you
Vlog
planning to vlog your trip for the second leg?
that one I need advice from you already. What my plan is, I think, of course, one of the ways that I hope that I can make the trip longer was to eventually monetize also the video. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think it would be nice to be vlogging about it. Because a lot of things like you don't remember. And looking back at my footage, I was sometimes very surprised to see certain footage that this happens. Then you really forgot about it.
What is it about? Yeah, same here.
Yeah, like you met this little girl who gave you a sweet, all these little moments are. So okay, the thing now is okay. Now the COVID-19, right? Actually,
Yeah.
I also have actually had that. I'm supposed to be doing a few project with tourism board, tourism bureau of Taiwan.
Uh-huh.
I was supposed to be in Taiwan in April, but because of
April.
the situation, I couldn't go lah.
Yeah.
Uh, because although I'm doing freelance teaching right now, on the sideline sometimes I have collaboration with companies
Hmm.
or speaking engagement as well. So these are the things that actually help me fund my trip. So right now everything is like
Flat.
yeah. So
Oh, tell me about it.
some are also gone. So I'm not sure that how long I would take to save up again. Yeah, but I mean, what I don't want to plan so far ahead lah. Because right now, really, the future is very uncertain. I don't know how is traveling going to be like in the future. Okay, now with this
Yeah,
thing,
correct.
it
Correct.
it's going to change. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I mean, maybe before going into the border, you need to get yourself checked or
yeah. Or you need to quarantine at the
documentation.
country. For,
It's very troublesome. Very, very troublesome.
yeah. So right now I can't really say that exactly when, but I really want to continue. So my plan is I hope that I can find a way to sustain myself without being fixed at a place while I travel. So like one of the way is,
Mm.
get the channel monetized.
Yeah, correct.
Of course I know it's not easy. And
Yes, it's not easy. It's a lot
and
of hard work.
also very little. Well, last time I did a blog. I don't know, don't know how many cents only for.
Oh,
Don't know.
really?
So
Oh
you
my.
need to be like very very consistent, right, in your postings. You have to balance also. If you have to do all this vlogging, you have to give up a bit of the freedom of traveling also. Because you cannot be say like because if you vlog, you need to have a schedule, right? Like post every week. So if you want to go away for 2 weeks at ulu place without internet,
That's the other option, oh. Post after you came back. Oh.
but if
Yeah.
you're on a continuous trip, then yeah. So you have to give up a bit of that freedom, lah. Yeah. So and I'm eyeing on South America.
South America, yes. They
Yes.
speak Spanish over there, so brush up on your Spanish. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rahim, I spoke to Rahim, right? He had a lot of problems communication over there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so maybe it's good to know some Spanish phrases lah. I don't know lah. You can speak to him when he is available.
But okay lah, language barrier. I mean, like a lot of places I also don't know the language.
Yeah lor. I think you got more experience than I do lah.
But still manage in America because a lot of borders. It's a bit difficult. There's really more bureaucracy involved. Not that I don't have bureaucracy lah, but it wasn't that bad lah.
Anyway, we've been talking for 1 hour plus already. So I
Maybe
think we're
we
going
can part
to
two.
part two. You want part two also? Maybe on your channel lah.
Yeah, interview Farhan.
No lah, no need to interview me lah. I host you lah. I ask the questions, then maybe after that, you answer them lor. Okay lah, so we are going to wrap up this video podcast. Thank you so much, Juvena, for joining me during this circuit breaker lockdown with nothing better to do, but create content. So yeah, thank you so much. Anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say?
Uh,
I say everybody just stay safe. Okay, be healthy, stay healthy. Okay, this shall pass. Nothing is permanent. Okay, things are temporary. Probably when this is over, we have to learn to adapt to a new normal.
New normal lah. I just want to be free from wearing this Very very sian when you go out of the house to wear this, you know.
If like, wow, that time I queue up, wow, perspiration.
Yeah lor.
Like,
Yeah, so we're gonna end this video podcast here, and thank you so much once again, Juvena, and yes, we will see you in the next one.